Welcome to the 2025 Australian National Lacrosse Championships Under-18 bracket here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. My name is Shandell Oliver, and joining me today on the commentary is my friend Peter Greenhalgh. Welcome, Pete.
Thanks, Shandell. Thanks for having me, and great to have you here in sunny, well, not quite sunny, a bit overcast, but Adelaide. Good to have you here, and you're really looking forward to this this game.
Yeah, well, obviously we've just spoken about this is a must-win for both teams. Neither have come away with a win yet, so someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, and this will really set the standings for what's going to happen over the next 2 days. Pete, do you want to start talking about the teams and the rosters?
Yeah, so Western Australia have come over. They've got some really handy players, which you might know very well. Number 4, Freya Pine. Number 5, Nikki Carson. Number 6, Liliana McRoberts. 7, Chanel Riordan-Ager. Number 10, Madison Walters. 11, Addison Riordan. 12, Ella Rose. 13, Charlie Rose Rodwell. 15, Corey Rainey. And 16, Talia Edwards. 17, Maddie Carroll. 19, Sophia Biragidi. 33, Isla Emerson. 41, Saratha Brandes de Ruse. 55, Sophie McBean. 88, Cleona Ehlers.
Yeah, big spread of different clubs there from the West Australian team. I know that they've really recruited from 3, like at least 4 or 5 clubs. So good mix of players from across the state. So let's see what Victoria have got, Pete.
And Victoria, number 2, Peyton Knox. Number 3, Ruby Regan. Number 4, Sophie Coram. 5, Poppy Emini. 6, Imogen Hall. 8, Olivia Thompson. 9, Alicia Deans. 13, Chelsea Patrick. 14, Darcy Butler. 20, Ava Dorinko. 21, Ileana Morlang. 22, Grace Wright. 23, Annabelle Simmons. 24, Annika Mason. 30, Georgia Floyd. And back for her first, well, here for her first game this tournament is their goalie, number 28, Holly Austin.
Yeah, great inclusion for Victoria. Holly Austin, a big player. Played in the MLS Sixers last year in November, those games that we called, Pete, and really stood out. Great young player. The fact that she's playing under 18s and being selected to play at the Major League Sixers competition and national draft, got a lot to offer the sport and got a lot of years of her career ahead.
Was watching Holly Austin warm up, and you can really tell that she is a goalie, right? She's talking, she's calling where the ball is, she's moving really well. She'll be really keen to see Victoria come up winners in this game against WA.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think this is going to be a real clash. Both teams went down by a significant margin to South Australia, so they're probably pretty evenly matched. Some fabulous talent in both teams. I know that there's a couple of Aussie players in the Victorian team with Georgia Floyd and Ava Dorinko, and then some talent in West Australia with quite a few players that have played in the MLS Sixers and some that have played in the Box National. So, yeah, it's going to be a fantastic battle this afternoon, just as WA takes the field. Vic with their cheer as we line up for the centre, Pete. Who you got?
Yeah, look, with the inclusion of Holly Austin, I'm going Vic here by 5 or 6 goals.
Okay.
One thing I do like to recognise, though, is the under-15s that have made the jump up.
Yes.
You know, for Victoria, I remember calling Ileana Morlang's name a fair bit last year, and on the WA side, you've got girls like Corey Rainey and Nikki Carson who are really stepped up as well.
Yep.
So.
Yep, as we see Dorinko take on Carson. Big difference in height, but Ava very tall, Nikki quite short. Nikki short but strong. So going to be a good matchup. And Ava has drawn that and won that herself. This is going to be a good match of pace too. Both of them very fast. As Ava Dorinko is looking to move the ball into Victoria's offense to open the game. Gets the ball to Floyd. Floyd, as mentioned, just played in the Under-20 World Championships last year for Australia, so great experience and obviously a strong ball carrier and going to do a lot of work for Victoria today. This ball moves to back corner, Imi Hall. Imi Hall, a really fantastic strong lefty, has fire in her eyes, looks to go to the goal, takes a shot and saved by Charlie Rose Rodwell. Sorry, I've got to make sure I get it right. Charlie Rose Rodwell. And the ball is hit the deck. Imi Hall's gone down. I think there's a push. Imi Hall, I love to watch play. She is a box lacrosse player, as I mentioned a few moments ago, and she really has a fire in her eye. And you can see Victoria set up 2-on-2 on either side of the goal. So I don't know which way the shot's going to go. It's going to go to the right, but good defence there by Lily Roberts. as she's trying to clear the ball and stripped by Dorinko with a check from behind.
McRoberts matching Dorinko in height.
Yeah,
a lot of tall girls in these teams, and looks up to find her teammate in Riordan Ager. Finds a free player in Nikki Carson, but couldn't quite maintain possession, and it spills out to Rainey, who passes it over to Emerson, back to Rainey.
Rainey, and a little bit of a try to slip inside there by Emerson. She's still inside, gets the pass from from Riordan, takes a shot.
Oh.
And WA opens the scoring through Isla Emerson from Addie Riordan.
Yeah, that was really a really good, strong goal from Emerson. Took the ball, sort of put a little fake in, but then took a few more steps to open up the cage and really stuck it next to that pipe.
Yeah, Isla loves that shot. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be revealing her secrets, but I know that's where she loves to shoot. I've just coached her myself, so I know what she wants to do. As we see Rainey stepping into the centre for Western Australia against Dorinko. So now a real match for height, and I'd certainly say a match for strength.
So Lily Maros, who's quite short, came up against Dorinko yesterday and really matched her for strength. So I don't think height matters in that centre draw.
WA off with the ball again. Moving the ball through X. Through Ehlers. Drop, the ball goes to ground. Still a scuffle for the ground ball. Picked up, or not picked up yet. But Ava Dorinko comes away with it, being chased down by Corey Rainey. Ball goes to ground. And Ava Dorinko just to carry the ball into the offence for Victoria. Smart
by Rainey to not try and contest that ball.
Yes.
Dorinko really was going to get it anyway, but Rainey just getting back down to defence to put herself in a good position.
I know that Dorinko likes to drive this corner. Good defence, steps inside. Dorinko takes a shot, hits a player's hand maybe. And there is a penalty and the ball is going to go the way of Victoria.
So
I believe it couldn't have been in the crease. I'm just trying to work out what that penalty was that was called by Varga. But Amy Hall with the ball out. It's a minor foul by the where she's been set up. And the penalty is on Agar Riordan. Got Dorinko cutting. Looking to drive. There's a flag on the play. Ball's gone to ground.
Always like to look at surnames of some of these younger players. There's names that you hear regularly. And
yes.
Young Ileana Morlang comes from a good family of lacrosse players.
Yes.
And I'm sure many people have heard the Morlang name.
Yes, another player that played in Major League Sixes last year, I believe. As there is another penalty on the play. I'm assuming that's free space or 3 seconds. I'm just waiting for the call. As the ball will be set up for a 15-metre shot again for Simmons at the top of the 15-metre fan. And the penalty is on Freya Pine. Victoria definitely committed to this two-girl play either side of the goals, and there we see it there. Floyd didn't quite catch that one, and Carson picks up the ground ball quickly. Carson with some wheels, but she's being defended well by Simmons. Simmons not giving her time or space. And ball...
Oh, great cut. That's Riordan Ager with a great cut. Couldn't quite have the ball at her level. Had to jump quite high.
Yeah, she is very short, but she's mighty. And that was a feed from her, I think it was her cousin, Addie, but not to be on this occasion.
So WA really needed to just settle down there, I think, Shendell, but force that pass in. Luckily enough, they've been able to get a contested ground ball and find the ball back in their stick.
Yes, through Riordan to start with the ball. Being defended by Emily. Poppy Enemy, she's certainly been a player to watch and has a huge career ahead of her. Rainey directing traffic while she moves through, looking to send a cutter. Ball goes to ground. Holly Austin comes up with the possession and looking to clear now.
Yeah, looking very comfortable in the cage is the Victorian keeper, much different to what we saw last night from who I believe, Olivia Thompson is an attacker, I believe.
Yeah,
so
right.
Good job by Olivia to fill in for those couple of games.
Yes, very, very composed. And I believe Chelsea Patrick has the ball now. Chelsea, definitely a player with a huge career ahead of her. Fitness and speed is phenomenal. Ball comes from Williamstown. And, and a bit of a push there by Maddie Carroll. on Alicia Deans.
Finds herself behind the penalty spot there for a pretty good reason.
Yeah, it was a bit of a cross-check. I'm not sure where she learnt that, but I have coached her for a little while at Wembley. As Emily finds Patrick, and Patrick puts it past, I'm going to get it right soon, Charlie Rose Rodwell. So
a good little two-man game there from the Vics. Just got the defender sliding and moving inside into the crease position to find a pretty open shot there on Rodwell.
Yep, as we see Riordan Agar go back into the centre against Ava Dorinko. So Dorinko may draw out towards the camera where we are sitting, given that she does have the height advantage, but we'll see what Riordan Agar has got up her sleeve for this centre draw.
So one apiece here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. Ball goes up. Dorinko gets that ball to herself, gets possession, is strong, looking strong, gets the ball down to Morlang. Morlang finds herself open, drives that right-hand side, but swamped by WA shirts.
Yeah,
just steps out a little bit, puts it down around the ankles of Rodwell.
Yep.
Unbelievable work by Morlang there, and just the sea of yellow. And she looked like she was going to stop the drive, but all she did really was free up her hands for a shot.
Yeah, gave herself some space, took a step back and then sent the shot, and a very intelligent play there as a timeout is called. I think West Australia called that timeout, so I'm assuming they're trying to stop the momentum of Victoria. The score is 2-1 in favour of Victoria very early in the first quarter of this game, Victoria versus Western Australia.
Just as we thought, though, this is going to be a cracker. The margin hasn't been greater than 1 so far in the first 5 minutes, mind you, but the ball, no one's really gained the ascendancy. No one's looking like they're going to dominate. Dorinko has been good in that centre draw.
Yeah, definitely.
Winning some possession.
Definitely doing them Victoria some favours by putting Ava in the centre. I think West Australia need to work out what they're going to do to disrupt Ava winning those centres if they want to compete.
But yeah, really great contest we're seeing at the moment. Goal scorers, Ileana Morlang with that last goal, and Chelsea Patrick with 1 for Victoria. And Isla Emerson, the 1 goal for WA. You're heavily involved in the women's box movement, Shendell. How's that all going?
Look, so far so good. We're having a good time. Obviously, we came back from the World Championships last year in September, October from New York, and great to see Ava Dorinko out there today, who actually played for Australia. So girls getting some great experience on the international stage, and certainly you can see a few of these box players, Nikki Carson, Isla Emerson, Ruby Reagan, I believe, plays in Victoria as well, Ava Dorinko, who are certainly bringing some physicality. Emmy Hall, just an absolute weapon for Victoria, using that experience and bringing it to the lacrosse field off the floor. So, yeah. I think as much lacrosse as we can play, the better. I mean, not everyone's a fan of every format, but I think the more opportunities you get to stick in your hand, the better lacrosse player you're going to be. Yeah,
it's not going to hurt anybody playing different formats of the game.
And that ball has drawn low out to Carson. Clean pick-up. Nikki Carson, an athletics runner in WA, so she's certainly got some pace, but being defended well there by Coram. Carson to play on quickly, looking for Rainey inside. Rainey with a shot and puts it past Austin. That's
a really, really good play there by Carson and Rainey. Dorinko really didn't have a lot to do. She had arguably two of WA's best players to defend.
Yes.
And they did it very smartly. Nikki Carson just drawing that Dorinko slide, which freed up Rainey, and she had space, and she's a big, powerful young lady, and that bounce shot easily getting past Holly Austin.
Yeah, Corey's not scared to have a shot from outside, so if she's got some space, she's certainly going to send it. And yeah, a really great play off the centre draw there for Nikki to get that possession and set up that shot. As Georgia Floyd has now gone into the centre against Rainey, and Dorinko is on the outside of the circle against Riordan, so Agar. So a few little switches, but seems to be the same kind of similar setups in the midfield, just a change of centre draw. And there's going to be a break or an illegal procedure. That's going to go the way of Victoria. So Corey Rainey must have done a little sneaky stick twist or something.
Been a few of those little breaks or different movements. As Georgia Floyd goes hard at the cage, gets the shot off, but is pushed in the process by, looks to be Freya Pine.
Yep.
So Floyd will go to the top of the arc. And again, the 2-2 down low on the free possession setup there, which I like. Defender's got to try and choose which way to go, but Georgia Floyd decides I'm going to go all by myself and has the shot, but sprays it a little bit wide, and Victoria with the backup.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Western Australia's defence adjusts to that 2-2 on either side of the goals on the 15-metre shot. I'm not sure if they're going to start playing another player down on whichever side appears to be the stronger side. I would say it'd be the right side unless they've got two really dominant lefties. But let's watch this space. As looking to drive here is Coram. Coram not seeing space that she needs and passes the ball on to Dorinko. Dorinko steps inside.
Oh, yep, big drive there by Dorinko. Drew a stick from Rainey, but gets the shot away, so the flag waved away. Floyd now with the ball, getting pressed hard there by McRoberts. Another flag on the play, and Floyd will find herself at the top of the arc.
McRoberts had to really squat there low to defend Floyd. Big difference in height, but so now matching up on... and so you see now the Victorian setup is different, so McRoberts good defence there on Dorinko with help from Pine. WA just trying to match up again on the Victorian offensive structure. Ava Dorinko looking to drive, taking on Carson. Hands are getting free almost, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, you just see Nikki Carson had a bit of a swipe at the stick towards the head though, which is always going to get called up as a bit of a dangerous swipe there. So Dorinko now lining up, and the Vics have gone the 2-2 again. So what can sometimes happen is the inside girl will cut, which leaves the outside girl free,
Open.
but we'll see what happens. Okay, something different. We're just slowing things down. Dorinko gets it over to Reagan. Reagan now steps in, steps out.
Reagan also played MLS Sixers. A little feed inside, didn't connect there with Morlang. And goalie has been called for pulling the ball, I think pulling the ball back in. If she must have stepped out of the circle and then pulled it back in. So that means Victoria will retain possession through Coram out on the far left corner. Just seeing if Imi Hall's swanning around in that back corner, but she's not. As a free player opens up, cross crease pass, picked out of the air by Chanel Riordan-Agar, and she's going to turn on the Jets and take the ball down the field.
Good speed from Riordan-Agar there as she looks down, passes the ball to number 11, Riordan. Riordan just stepping up round that right-hand side and gives it a little bit of a celly as well. Puts that ball in the back of the net by past Holly Austin. So great little goal there by Addison Riordan.
Yeah, explosive off that back drive, Addison Riordan. Obviously, she knows how to play well with her cousin Chanel, so they do a lot of linking up, both at field club level lacrosse and now here for Western Australia, and that certainly paid off for them on that occasion.
So Nikki Carson going in now against, is that Ruby Regan?
Yes, that sure is.
And so Ruby coming up to have a centre draw now.
She is from the Footscray Lacrosse Club. For those at home, saying hello to Footscray. I'm sure there's many of you watching.
A lot of great players from the Footscray Lacrosse Club, Shendell.
Yeah, a lot. Look at the current Australian women's squad.
Ball goes up, picked up there by Victoria in Alicia Deans. Deans just slowing things down, gets it back to Regan. Looking at their matchups, Regan getting it down to Thompson. The goalie from last night, Thompson stepping up and around, but held up by Nikki Carsons a little bit too aggressively. So Nikki Carsons will step back and allow Thompson a shot at the free possession.
You would not have known that she was the goalie last night, by the way she is playing offence today. Tucking the stick in close, looking for an option. Her adjacent pass is certainly being cut off.
The good thing about being goalie, Shendell, is you get a lot of minutes
You
on
do.
the field.
You don't have to worry about game time. as Reagan is cutting through the middle, being trailed there by Nikki Carson. Ball has fumbled, but is being picked up by Wright. Wright carrying the ball, gives it to Patrick. Patrick looking to drive on her left, takes a shot, and where's that one as she goes to ground? Ball's gone out of play, and we've brought back inside through Simmons.
Simmons runs in, takes on her opponent, drives hard on the right and draws a flag, but not to worry because she sticks that one past goalie Rodwell, and a great little play there from the out of bounds.
Yeah, Walters just got beat on that footwork, and Victoria able to capitalise there.
Really love to see the aggression at the goal by the attackers. It really forces the defence to have to make a decision. Do we slide? Do we stay? Do we try and play body on body? I feel, as an attacker myself, you have to attack the goal as the first quarter comes to an end. That sort of snuck up on us.
Yes, didn't it? I was so caught up in the play.
3-3 game, Shendell. This is an absolute cracker over here, and I can't wait for the rest of this game.
Yeah, I right now I can't pick it. I thought that Victoria would get a few goals out on the West Australians early, but it seems to be going goal for goal right now, and I hope it stays that way. If Tony was here, he would be having a meltdown because he loves a golden goal, and he'll be calling it by now that that's what it will be.
Wouldn't that be great if he's not here and we get to call a golden goal game?
You know what? He will be so unhappy.
That happened at MLS. I think I called two or three of them, and he was waiting and waiting and waiting. But no, this is a great game. Both teams sort of mixing things up in the centre draw. No one really getting the ascendancy through the centre draw possession, and that shows on the scoreboard with a 3-3 game.
Yeah, right now players looking very cool-headed, very calm, taking their time, and even just playing some really good lacrosse, like that goal that we saw early. Quite a few assisted goals as well. I'm not sure if we can get those up, but they are certainly coming to play. The one through Chanel Agar and Addie Riordan. And then there was certainly one for Victoria as well. I'm trying to think who it was.
I don't have an assisted goal for Victoria on my my stats, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But Nikki Carson also got that good assist to Rainey in that after that penalty. So 3-3. Goal scorers on the official scorecard is Addison Riordan 1, Corey Rainey with 1, and Isla Emerson with 1 for Western Australia. And Victoria, we see Chelsea Patrick with 1, Ileana Morlang with 1, and Annabelle Simmons with 1 goal also. So the whistle's gone. We are about to get play underway as the players just do their final talks. And we will be shortly back calling this game. The sun just making its way out. The sun will bring an extra bit of heat. It is very humid today.
Yeah, it is actually. I was really surprised. I was expecting it's saying that it's going to be 25 degrees, but 53% humidity, which certainly adds a different level of air to the game.
It's a different heat when you're playing in the humidity.
Yeah, I went to Queensland a couple of weeks ago and it was 33 degrees and 95% humidity to coach. And as a coach, I was sweating probably more just as much as the players. The poor girls worked hard for 8 hours both days. And as the ball is drawn, not going high enough there, it's got to go over the shoulders or higher than the tallest player's shoulders, and certainly wasn't up to Ava Dorinko's shoulders, that one. So they'll reset. Looks like they're trying to pull the ball back towards Victoria's defence in the direction of Agar and Floyd. So let's watch where this goes. And there it goes again. Ball goes to ground, picked up by Rainey. And Rainey going to take it forward. She's got Isla Emerson. Isla Emerson looking outside. Oh, off the bar there by Riordan. Rainey picks it up. Sidearm shot backed up there by Addison Riordan.
Great bit of play there by WA.
Yeah, some good ball movement, way to share it around and even jumping on that ground ball for that second effort, but not to be on this occasion as they bring the ball back into play. Ruby Reagan playing really low defence there, body quite low. Ball with Riordan, looking for something inside, got a cutter, not on. Back to Riordan. Can hear direction from the bench asking for cutters. Certainly Emerson loves to drive from this position. which is interesting because she's a right-hander, but she's trying to step back inside.
Oh.
Goes left, and well, doesn't she make me look silly?
Commentator's curse strikes again as Isla Emerson drives down that right side but comes back on her left.
Yes.
Which is great to see players using both hands, and sticks that one past the ears, the left ear of Austin.
Yep. Like I said, I know that that's a space that Emerson really likes to drive from, so I found it really interesting that she actually went to the left side there, but obviously she saw something and realised she could step inside underneath and brought that stick back across for the left shot, which gives West Australia a 1-goal advantage. Is it 1-goal advantage? Yes, it is.
4-3, yep. Carson and Dorinko go at it again. Ball's really high this time. Picked up by Georgia Floyd. She puts the afterburners on. She's going to the cooker all the way. No, gets it free, but forces that pass maybe a little too late. Looks for Simmons. Can't grab it. Ball becomes contested and ends up in a WA stick.
There's a hold time, so I'm not sure what. It is going to go the way of McRoberts, so West Australia will retain possession. The WA have got quite a few players towards our side of the field here that are open. McRoberts getting a double team there, but handles it well, just couldn't connect on the pass. Picked up by Walters. Walters to carry. Gives it across to Ellers. She's got Carson in the middle. And Carson puts it past Austin.
So this is the biggest margin of the day. 2 goals.
Yeah, I think Mason probably should have stepped up a bit more there on Carson, put a bit more body contact on, not giving her so much space. She really was able to cruise through and use that momentum to put some power behind the shot.
Great ball movement, good transition goal there by WA. Just getting it down to Ehlers on the bottom left, who found Carson all alone, which is great from those bottom positions to be able to stand up and see the whole field, find out who the best option was. And in this instance, it was Carson who puts a great shot past Austin. Dorinko and Carson back in the centre for the centre draw, just setting them up.
Walters and Patrick on the Victoria defensive end side, and Rainey taking on Deans on the West Australian defensive end of the circle. Ball again not drawn high enough. I wonder if, obviously, Ava needs to drop her height to meet the height of Rainey's stick. So I'm wondering if she's actually getting more power from her knees being so low there on that centre.
Or would it be a disadvantage? I've never taken a centre draw, funnily enough.
You can certainly use your core and your legs to push the ball in the direction you want it to go. And if she's trying to push out to that side where Rainey and Deans are, it's certainly going to help. But Carson with that one and picks the ball out of the air really quickly. She's got Isla Emerson to her, and she sees her. Emerson looking for something.
Just would have liked to sing that pass across to Ella's a bit quicker.
Yeah, yep.
But not to worry, they retain possession and we'll look for their matchups. Getting pushed hard there by Knox is Emerson.
There was a pick and slip there from Rainey. Rainey wasn't able to catch the ball but has got it back anyway. Back to Carson at the top, looking for her teammate Ellers. Ellers takes a shot. It's going to go out of play. I'm not sure. I would call that a goalkeeper's ball, but it is going to go the way of Victoria. It is.
Yeah, well done, Austin. Meeting that ball as it goes out. Closest to the ball as it goes out after a shot will get possession. So well done by Austin, running out of the cage, being brought down by Mason.
It was almost a cross-check to the neck by Addie Riordan there on Mason.
So Mason with the ball, looks up, has Dorinko with some space, doesn't take it, could pass to, finds a bit of a bad pass into the middle of the field, which is a bit dangerous. Carson going at it, picks up the ball. No, it's come back to Mason. Mason looks up, finds Patrick, but Rainey gets in the way. Rainey gets the contested ground ball. Patrick not happy with that one. Rainey now finding Ellers.
It's a sea of Victorians in front of her, so she's not going to step in. There's a flag on the play, so she's drawn the 3 seconds, which is quite a good move. She looked to step inside. She saw that there was Victorians there, took a step back and was actually able to draw a penalty. So smart lacrosse. Let's see how West Australia now set up on this 15. They've got Rainey and Carson on her left side. She's looking for Walters, which doesn't capitalise on. And another lefty shot there from Isla Emerson. Didn't convert that one and backed up by Riordan.
Good work by WA. They're really making the Victorian defence work hard to keep WA out of scoring more goals, but WA really liking what they're doing off the ball.
Little switch at the back there. Looks across the crease, finds... Oh, wow, they can't buy one. That's a couple of shots. Holly Austin having a great couple of minutes here in the goals. WA calling a play. Riordan gone down.
Still 8 minutes remaining on the clock here, so plenty of time for Victoria to peg a couple of these goals back. But really all the possession being with WA in this quarter.
Riordan with the possession. Looking to shoot. And a great save there by Austin.
From our position, that was a great shot, right on the post, but Austin too good on this occasion.
Yeah, and she had her body behind the ball as well. Oh, a check there, play on's a call. A couple of box players now going head to head. Isla Emerson and Ava Dorinko certainly putting some physicality into that one.
Dorinko very strong as she runs down the field. Stands up nice and tall and agile too.
Ball goes, there's a pick, great kick off by Rainey and then is it going to be a check to the head and a yellow?
Yeah, I think that is going to be the case as number 14, Darcy Butler, will take that one. Rainey just putting her hands on her heads just to demonstrate, I've just been hit in the head.
WA with a couple of numbers on this side of the field.
Great pass up the field to Riordan.
Riordan looking to go. She's got Carson down the crease and then she's got McBean behind the goals. McBean probably needs to come out from behind the goals because we're in a man up or a woman up advantage at the moment with the 2-minute penalty that Victoria is serving.
Found the extra man. Nikki Carson with the ball. Needed to get it down to the bottom right-hand player in Sophie McBean.
There's an in the rear call. So a push and she'll take the ball out to the 15-metre. Floyd to serve the penalty there. And WA setting up quite similar to how Victoria did with 2 on the one side. Looking for Rainey at the top. No shot there.
She wanted to turn around and let that one rip as Emerson just draws a flag.
Yeah, very Rainey move to turn around and let that shot rip, but...
defender standing right in the way.
I know her father, Nathan, would not have hesitated. So for those who don't know, Rainey is a child of a former Australian lacrosse player, now the president of Lacrosse WA, Nathan. So got a big history here for West Australia. As Rainey gets the ball back from Emerson. Quick ball movement across to the other side to swing passing to the right side, back to the left now. Isla Emerson in that position that she likes to go from, which I said before, gets the ball down the back, but a missed pass.
Not happy with that one is Emerson. Puts her hand over her mouth to hide whatever she might have wanted to say. Unforced error there by WA while they're a man up. So they can double the ball now as Mason's bringing the ball down for Victoria. Takes the player on. Is getting held up quite well by WA, but still holding the ball is Mason. Looks over, finds Peyton Knox. Knox will look to exploit this space on the end, but Riordan with some great solid defence there from the young lady. McBean picked the ball up, stripped by Rodwell. Not Rodwell, my apologies. Patrick. Ball ends up with Rainey. Over to Carson. Carson back to Rainey. Rainey's got some space, has the shot, and makes no mistake with that one. Slotting it down low with a little underarm shot past Holly Austin. And that's the Carson-Rainey connection coming together once again.
Yeah, and a bit of a worm burner shot there from Rainey. So she did see the space and said, I'm taking that, and put that one in the back of the net. You
mentioned Rainey doesn't mind having that shot from far out.
Loves an outside shot.
To have so much space in front of the goal like that is a big mistake by the Victorian defence.
Yeah, she's been playing sixes in Perth the last few weeks, and obviously there's no fan in that setup, so she can really take those outside shots. And has been putting them away. So that's why I'm confident when she's going to take those shots.
So the lead has blown out to 6-3. WA's way, and the Vics will not be happy with that. They'll look to come out firing. Ball comes loose, and it's picked up by Carson almost. Not quite. Still contested. Carson, Patrick, Carson, Patrick ends up with the ball. Oh! Big bump there by Riordanega. I don't think it was intended, but Patrick just turned the wrong way at the wrong time. So Patrick will get the ball, and that'll be a Vic possession from that centre draw. Patrick looking to beat McBean. Advantage called. You could hear that on our field mic. Patrick now running it down all the way down to X.
Patrick certainly wanting to take this game into her own hands. Getting defended by Pine. Over to Floyd. Pine again meets the ball. Great switch there from WA defence. Got Ava Jarinko at X with Georgia Floyd, but she's not even moving off ball. So Floyd looks to take a shot. Disrupted there by WA's defence. And
great run by Patrick. Not Patrick, Simmons.
Yeah, they look similar, don't they?
Yeah,
they look similar.
And 13 and 23, I saw the 3.
Yeah, that's a good excuse, Pete.
I'll take anything. Riordanega with the ball.
She's got 2 Vic defenders in front of her. She's going to use clear through the goalie. And she's got Pine on the far side. And she's going to carry. She certainly needs help now, and she's got help in Walters.
Great passing up the field there by the WA team.
Yeah, they're certainly confident in using each other on these transition plays.
Rainey, great ball there by Rainey. Finds herself free. They're going to create a free player here. Can't quite make the most of it, and that ball might just trickle out of bounds.
It does. It does.
I don't mind that, though. The option was there, and unfortunately just couldn't quite put their stamp on it, but a good option.
Yeah, no Vics on this far side. There was 2 West Australians and no Victorian player. So, I mean, WA probably should have had that GB, but that's okay, as Victoria moved the ball back to their offence through Coram. Being met by, I'm just thinking, who am I looking at now? Freya Pine. Yeah, she looked like Riordan for a second. Back through our last night's goalie. And the play's been stopped. There's going to be...
3-second call on that one, so Floyd will have the ball up at the top.
Rainey standing in there having a picnic. Floyd really needs to put this one away to keep Victoria's spirit alive, and it looks like she's going to hit the pipe. Rainey collects the ground ball and met by pressure there.
So Thompson pushing Rainey out wide, but Rainey just looking for a free player. Finds Ellers over to McBean, but couldn't quite get it past the stick of Ruby Regan. Ends up with Emerson. Sorry, just got stuck there. Okay. But a big save by Austin.
Yeah. Big Bean saying, let's calm it down, let's slow this ball. So ball is with Ellers at the back at X, moves it back to McBean. She's got Emerson popping out for a pass. Looks like they're running a bit of an adjacent play here from what I can see. Rainey looking to set a pick high. I wonder if she's going to slip back inside. No, looking for Isla Emerson to take it to her sweet spot.
Shooting space. So really, I noticed this a lot in on the Sunshine Coast when we were calling the World Cup qualifiers Shendelis. As soon as the players get inside that arc, just to give a little stick fake, just to draw that shooting space call, and that seemed to be exactly what WA did there.
Yeah. I sometimes wonder though, like from my perspective, I think sometimes shooting on the run is easier than trying to, like yes, you've got your opportunities here where you can set up a 2-on-1, but trying to catch a goalie off a moving shot is hard as a keeper. So I think both have their advantages.
I guess you just got to work out what your own individual strengths and weaknesses are, or as your team. Yeah,
and roll with the punches.
Rainey finds herself free, puts a big shot forward, just like Shendell Oliver called, from a fair way out, took a couple of steps in off the arc with no one in front of her, and just sticks that ball around Holly Austin's legs.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Corey. Low, pipe side, just sent it. Like I said, she's been doing this at home for a few weeks, and I've seen it happen. I've played against it.
So Rainey
coached against it, so I'm aware of what she's available to do.
Rainey with 3 goals now has really stepped up and moved this WA team forward, putting the lead out 7-3. So timeout, I believe, is the call. Possibly a hydration break. I'm not sure it's that hot, but nonetheless, it is a break in the quarter. Or is it half time? It could be half time. Well,
half-time.
there you go. My apologies to those viewers at home. It is half time. WA keeping Victoria scoreless that half. 3-3 at quarter time. Now 7-3 at half time in favour of WA. And I'll just run through the goal scorers here. Nikki Carson with 1. Addie Riordan with 1. Corey Rainey with 3 goals. And Isla Emerson with 2. And Victoria, Chelsea Patrick with 1, Ileana Morlang 1, Annabelle Simmons with 1. And gee, that was a big quarter by WA, Shandell.
Yeah, they obviously had some time to reset. Gavin must have given them some words of what to do or how to step or what the next move would be, and WA have certainly put their game plan into action. So Victoria certainly have a bit of work to do. I know that Michelle Davies, I'm sure, is drawing up some great plays for them. They've got great coaches there for Victoria with Mez and Michelle. So let's see how this battle continues.
All right, well, that being half time, we might have a little break ourselves, Shandell. So until the players are back on the field, we'll call it half time, and we'll be back very shortly.
Welcome back to the Under-18 Australian National Championships here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. My name is Shandell Oliver. Joining me on the mic is Peter Greenholz.
Yep, back again for the second half, and WA really put the pedal down on that in that quarter, Rainey with 2 goals, and now she's taking the first centre draw of the second half for WA against, that's number 20.
I think is it Annika Mason?
Yeah, I think it is.
No, it's not.
No? Annabelle Simmons, of course. So Riordan ends up with the ball, gets it down low to Ehlers. Pass not good enough, and becoming free. Holly Austin jumping out of the cage saying, "I'll give you a hand, girls," but not quite getting it to her team as Ehlers ends up with the contested possession.
WA moving the ball a lot quicker than they have been in previous games, and it seems to be working for them. As a little swizzler. It's called a swizzler, isn't it? So it's
Swizzler,
a twizzler, but a front one.
Shovel shot, whatever.
A swizzler. I was watching Megan Kinner's content the other day. If you don't know who Megan Kinner is, get on Instagram. She's elite at all formats of lacrosse from Canada, and that's what she calls that one. So let's call it. No, it's a sizzler.
Sizzler, all right. Rainey with the sizzler gets her first goal of the game. Again, Carson finding her in the crease there. But the Vic's just giving Rainey too much space, and she's been allowed to get 4 goals now. And she goes back to the centre draw against Annabelle Simmons once more. A lot of contested possession going the way of Western Australia at the moment. We'll see what happens here. Carson on the defensive side for WA against Coram, and it goes that direction. Carson gets the ball, but Coram gets it out of her stick. Ball still contested here by all comers, and Annabelle Simmons comes up with the ball. Defended heavily by Carson's, but Simmons beats Carson's, comes up against Rainey.
Yeah, Carson just kind of backed off there, just kind of stopped in that momentum, but she has picked up Coram as the Patrick has the ball. Gets it back to Coram. Just going to play a bit of a 2-man game here at the top, and she does cut for Patrick to drive in for a shot. Saved there by Rodwell. She'll like that. She's got McRoberts out here, which she sees. McRoberts looking to clear. She's got Rainey in the middle. Ball falls at the back of her stick, and it's going to be collected by Floyd, but ball was last to touch Floyd's stick. So unfortunate for her, and McRoberts will bring the ball back into play. Gives Victoria time to set their matchups up in their defence as McRoberts moves the ball to Carroll. Both Wembley players there used to that link up. Maddie Carroll fumbles the ball, but there is going to be an advantage call. No, Tammy Varga is going to bring the play back and make that penalty be served. Which is Elena Morlang. I hope I'm saying it right. Eliana Morlang. Maddie Carroll looking to move the ball across the field. Franz Pine. It might have been Sun there. She wasn't able to take that cleanly. Emerson puts immediate pressure there on Simmons.
Great riding from the Victorian team there, Shandell.
Yeah, yep. They've definitely stepped up their intensity here on these transitions since the half time. So maybe that's what they were talking about. As ball is moved to X. She's got Patrick open.
Oh, that's a beautiful goal there by Chelsea Patrick. Just playing the right-hand side, but found in the crease and a good look.
Yeah, Morlang with great vision there at X. Looked up, but like I said, Patrick was free. She was just standing in front of the goals, and the goalie really had no chance. Poor Rodwell didn't have much help on that defence there, from her defence there with Patrick standing alone. So
that's what we wanted to see from Victoria. Great start, great hard pressure on the ride, and getting some dividends back in the form of a Patrick goal. So Victoria have Annabelle Simmons up against Carson. Carson gets the ball out to her teammate Riordan, but Riordan lost her goggles. Allowed to play, no loose equipment in women's lacrosse.
Yeah, you've got to, and there is going to be a hold of play for those goggles to be put back on.
So the ball will be with Coram in the Victorian stick. Up against Carson, gets it down to Georgia Floyd. Floyd with the ball.
Rainey's going to have to help here if she's going to look to drive, but Maddie Carroll looks pretty confident. She's trying to send her to her weak side.
Oh,
Oh, wow, what a drive and dump. And drew the double, found the open player in the middle there in Coram, and Coram capitalises on that, bounces the ball past Rodwell.
really love that play, and I've been trying to do that in my at club level, is just really drill into these young ladies about the drive, draw and dump, and that was just your textbook DDD. Georgia Floyd drawing that player from the crease and finding Coram with no one on her and all the time in the world to get that goal. So Victoria have come out strong. They've shut down that 4-goal lead to just 2 goals now, and oh no, sorry, WA did get a goal in this quarter, so the lead is 2 goals. 3. Oh, get it right, Pete. As their ball's still contested, but eventually picked up by Annie Simmons. Pushed hard by Rainey. Rainey will have to stand out, and Simmons with the ball now. So Victoria can look up, find some options, but there doesn't seem to be too many. Patrick with the ball.
Strong defence there from Carson, not giving her much space. Double then comes from Walters. Ball goes across to Simmons, or is it Reagan? Simmons.
Simmons, yep, great trail check there by number 10 for WA, Walters.
Yep. Dorinko with the ball, immediately changes to her left, looking to drive. Got support there in Floyd. There's a penalty, and because the play stopped momentum into like an attacking momentum, that will set up through Floyd on the 15, with the penalty being taken by Walters.
So the Vics with that 2-2 down low. Floyd has been going straight to the goal here. Finds a free player in Dorinko, and Dorinko sticks it past the goalie in Rodwell. And that was, I reckon that's one they've done at training a few times.
That was a very satisfying goal there from Ava Dorinko.
Just, we mentioned it in the first half, how having 2 players down low really makes the defensive player down there have to think, who do I go to? And on this instance, it was given early to the outside player in Dorinko, who had plenty of space and time to just come across and get that goal.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's what we're really recognising now with the fan this size, is that 2-on-1 is crucial, finding that 2-on-1 setup on the, the 2 attackers on 1 defender down in that fan to find an option.
However, that's all about to change.
It is, because that fan is about to get a lot smaller and go back to the old fan at an 11 metre. So just as Australian Lacrosse has adjusted to that giant arc around the offensive zone, we'll go back to something smaller. As the ball is drawn, and Maddie Walters picks that one up. A small junior, I should say a small junior out of Bayswater Lacrosse Club. Gets the ball over to Pine. It's got help here in Carroll. Carroll to carry the ball into offense. She had a whole lane there, but she's going to slow it down, go back to D and release Walters into the offense for WA.
Really good to see her running back, knowing her role is defensive. She's run back into defence to get an attacking player in. As the big shot comes from Addie Riordan, just driving hard on that right-hand side. Goes the high to low, sticks it past Austin's ankles, and I'm really impressed with that goal.
Yeah, that was a lovely goal from Addie Riordan. And yeah, back to what you were saying about Maddie Carroll, knowing her role. She's someone, just talking out of personal experience. We coached her last year, and my co-coach Mel Goddard said, "Maddie, I want you to mark this player out of the game. This player is a huge player in that competition or in that team." And Maddie did that and kept that player to 2 goals, and she normally get 5 or 6. So
perfect.
Knows her role, highly coachable, highly intelligent player, and I think Maddie has got a really big career ahead of her.
Be exciting to see her in the future.
Yeah, definitely. As we set up again, I think it's Reagan versus Rainey, the double R's.
So WA just getting the lead back out to 3, 9-6 in their favour. Picked up by number 3 for Victoria, Ruby Reagan.
Gets it over to Patrick quickly. Patrick with a little roll dodge. Double coming. seems to get past it. Emerson stays on the offensive side for WA as Patrick takes the ball down to deep into the offensive zone, but finds Imi Hall inside. Imi couldn't actually collect that one. I get so excited when she gets a ball because I know what she's capable of.
One thing I just want to point out, Riordan Ager, there's not much of her.
I know.
She's quite small on the field, but gee, she held her own against Patrick there. Great defensive pressure from Riordan Ager. Gets it across to Rodwell, the goalie. Looks up, finds her teammate in Maddie Carroll. Carroll got some space, gets it over to Brandis DeRuse.
She's got Carson off the bench if she can see her, but she gives it to Walters, and the pass isn't great. And that ball stays in through Riordan.
Good job, Riordan. Looks up, finds her player in Walters. Can't quite get the pass to her, so it ends up in Holly Austin's stick.
Probably should have slowed that one down, pumped it in a bit too quickly. The ball is going to go the way of Ava Dorinko from, I don't know what Corey did to Ava just then, but...
No, I thought she ran straight past her, but must have nudged her on the way through.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't even Ava Dorinko. It was Grace Wright. Apologies, Grace.
Ruby Reagan looks up, gets the ball, ends up in Morlang's stick. Morlang keeps running, keeps the motion moving, gets down low and shoots. That's a very impressive goal from young Ileana Morlang. Just took her player all the way from the right down to the left, and found a fairly narrow-angled shot, but was good enough to beat Rodwell.
Yeah, it was a lovely shot low.
So Morlang now with 2 goals. Good to see the young Ice girl from under-15s last year stepping up and getting a couple of goals.
Yeah, she's been impressive. Like you said, she's from the Morlang family, which certainly has a lot of history in lacrosse in Australia, but stamping her name on this game today, as Reagan is taking on Carson for the centre draw. Not sure what's happening here. Maybe, change of setup of referee. So Tammy Varga will go set up this centre draw for the girls.
Tammy officiating over 1,000 games of lacrosse. Can you believe that?
That is huge. What dedication to our game.
Great contribution to our sport from all the way from juniors to international level.
There is going to go the way of WA, so must have been a break there from Reagan. And Carson will start with the ball. She's got Rainey to her right. She's going to carry the ball. She's got Walters, which she's seen. Walters looking inside, gets through, takes a shot and goes wide, backed up by Riordan.
Ball looked to just slip out the top of her stick there, but great effort to get into that position. Riordan starts the ball back in motion. Victoria just settling the play into a bit of a zone. I reckon we might have a 3-second call here. So number 4,
yes.
Sophie Coram having to stand out. Riordan now with the ball.
And you can see the 2-on-1, Carson and Emerson. Emerson with the ball, looking to step inside. Little face dodge, a shot high.
Great fake there from the shooter.
Yeah, that was a nice bit of stick work from Isla Emerson. Cleona Ellis with the ball now. Looking to drive. She's found help in Riordan. Riordan takes a that's Chanel Adegar Riordan.
Not sure what the call was, but it was on the offensive team, so ball going with the goalie there.
Maybe in the crease.
Just for those playing at home, as Victoria bring the ball down, Field 2, South Australia versus New Zealand, Toa will be starting 5 minutes late. They will start at 2:05 local time.
There's a bit of a push there. Ball's going to stay with Reagan. She brings the ball back into play. A push from Chanel Agar. Dorinko to her left if she wants it, but she finds Coram in front. Imi Hall with the ball, looking to drive. Good defensive pressure from Rainey.
Heard the flag call and decided to just slow things down a bit.
It's going to be a yellow card. Or maybe I heard the double whistle, so I thought a yellow card was coming.
Yep, it is.
Oh, yep, Freya Pine. want to see if Imi Hall's going to rip this one. She's got Reagan over the far side, and she's got next to her, she's got Ava Dorinko. So that's a really good setup. And then she's got, I think she's got Morlang on the back corner too. So lots of free players. Reagan looking to actually set the high post. She's going to pull the ball out.
Just set up their man up play maybe.
Yep. This is a really good offensive set, like a really great line of offense. Oh, beautiful. Ava, what a save by Rodwell. Rodwell looking for an option. It's going to be hard when they can actually literally mark everybody, and the pressure comes to Rodwell. WA fumbles the ball.
I don't know if you saw that, but the ball just kind of popped up and she grabbed it with her hand.
Was that Lily?
And put it back in her stick, and you can see she's having laughing. A bit of a laugh. She's like, oh my goodness, what have I done?
Did you hear the crowd go wild? I was like, what did Lily do? I didn't see that, but I thought she must have got hit on the hand.
No, the ball, the ball fell in her hand, but no. I think that was just a reflex reaction there, and unfortunate for her, but she's given Victoria the ball in a man-up position again. So here's your player, Hall, has the shot, big lefty, gets a stick on the way through, so it's gone wide.
Coram looking to call a play. Dorinko looking for someone inside, picked out of the air by Rainey, was actually hitting in the direction of Hall. She's got Ella's up ahead, and if she can get it to her, she's going to beat the ball. She's going to send it low.
That is a fantastic goal from Ayla's, but all started with a Rainey interception.
On a man down for WA as well. So that will be time. That's three-quarter time, but what a way to finish the quarter.
That is a great way to finish the quarter. Rainey, reading that play perfectly, just plucks that ball from nowhere, runs it down the field, looks up, finds Ayla's. Ayla's could have drawn a player. The player didn't come, so she's gone all the way to goal. Stuck it perfectly in that bottom corner. Our footage would have had a great view of that.
Yeah, the placement was brilliant.
The ball hit that corner and just stayed there. So 10-7 is the end result after 3 quarters of play. Just going through the goal scorers, we've got Nikki Carson with 1, Riordan with 2. That's Addison Riordan. Corey Rainey with 4 goals, 1 assist, and 1,000 interceptions. 2 goals to Isla Emerson and 1 to Cleona Ehlers. That last one of the game, the quarter. For Victoria, they did have a good quarter, came out firing. Coram with 1, Patrick with 2, Dorinko with 1, Morlang with 2, and Simmons with 1. But this game, 10-7, I don't think it's over yet. No. I think Victoria will come out feisty, firing.
Yep.
They'll be looking to get back at these Western Australia ladies.
Yeah, and let's just looking at the Vic coaches now, Michelle and Mez, having a chat about what they want to set up here in their defence. By the way, they're pointing at the field, so they've certainly got a plan, and they're going back to the group now to talk through it. I'd love to hear. I'd love to have our cameras out there and kind of hear what coaches are saying to keep these players on track in both teams. I know they've got a lot to play for. We mentioned at the start of the game that both teams have gone without a win, and this will certainly put them in the running for a championship game if they get through this game today and take out the W.
Michelle Davies, one of the Australian Lacrosse Network's own, commentated up in the Sunshine Coast at the Women's World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, so highly intelligent, a great lacrosse, great commentator, great player, great coach. Gold medalist, person. Yeah, great gold medalist in her own right.
Yep,
in 05 when Australia won the Field World Championships in the US. She was part of that team, so got a lot of experience and has a lot to offer the game.
Had a bit of a chat with Michelle yesterday before her game, and she was saying, when they won that gold medal in 05, it was it wasn't just luck that they won that.
No, I agree.
She was talking about the amount of work her and her teammates put in. They go to the gym before work, 2 hours.
Yep.
Go to the gym after work, 2 hours every day for 2 years.
Yep.
Didn't, this is a junior tournament, but didn't indulge in some of the luxuries of adulthood.
Yep.
For 2 years.
Yep.
They really worked hard. And for any Aussie team to do well going forward, that's the sort of mentality and work they're going to have to do.
Yeah, that team was brilliant. I've spoken to Sarah Forbes about it many times, and she spoke with a team that I was coaching recently about that experience and the gold medal mindset and what she did and how she prepared. And it sounds like they're on the exact same page. So, now, Pete, what are you doing? Are you sticking around, or are you handing over to our friend? Or
no, I'll stick around.
Oh, He's going to stay it out. I thought he was going to run over to the SA game and watch his daughter play, but he's going to hang around a bit longer and see out this last quarter.
They haven't started yet, that's all right.
As the ball is drawn and picked up by Chelsea Patrick, beautiful ground ball, clean pickups, good defensive pressure there from Chanel Riordan. Through to Reagan. Reagan moves it low to Floyd. Floyd has got it to Morlang. Imi Hall on the back corner with the ball. Defensive pressure coming from McRoberts, sorry, Lily. And a shot, but the shot goes wide.
There was a great cut there by Simmons. Had nobody on her, still has no one on her.
I was caught ball watching.
Oh, geez, I would have liked to have seen that ball go to her. But nonetheless, they've still got possession. They are still a player up. So the ball is going to come up to Patrick. On the hash. Must have been a minor infringement somewhere. So Patrick with the ball. Gets it to Morlang. Down to Floyd. Floyd looking up, looking at her options. Gets it down low to Thompson. No, not Thompson. Hall. Hall gets it to Patrick. Patrick back to Hall, down on the bottom left. Floyd at X, calling for the ball, doesn't get it. Hall draws a player.
Yeah, wow.
Patrick is free, gets the ball, but Rodwell with a save. That could have been nasty for WA, and a good job by Rodwell to save that goal.
And the transition here, WA's got a player up ahead, but Isla Emerson looks like she wants to go to the cooker. Sends it, and it's all clear. I think there with Chelsea Patrick's shot, she probably should have changed the level. Like, she just caught it high and shot it high and directly into the goalie stick. It was easy for her to read, and then WA were able to capitalise there on that transition. There was two players down here, Ellis and Emerson. Emerson was like, I've got eyes for this one and I'm going to have a crack. And good for her. If she didn't stick it, I would have said, Isla, think about that. But on this occasion, she certainly capitalised.
No, good,
and it looked nice.
Great transition from that save. Started with the big save by Rodwell. Found Rainey. Rainey looked up and had a sea of players to choose from. So a great start for WA to stop that power play by the Vics and get one back. So Rainey in the centre draw there with...
Who is it?
Simmons?
No, it's Ruby Reagan.
Reagan, my apologies. Yeah. It's the threes, they're getting me. Riordan trying to get that ball. Ducks in between legs almost, but can't quite get it. Comes back up to Simmons. Simmons getting pushed hard there by the goal scorer in Emerson. Simmons still with the ball.
Double coming there from WA. Freya Pine with the yellow card earlier. Now she's got the job on Imi Hall. Lily McRoberts trying to stop that. But Morlang's going to drive and hits the back of the net. This game is not over.
Great work by the young lady in Ileana Morlang. I mentioned she did play under 15s last year. So this is her first year at the under 18 level. Just having the confidence to beat her player on the inside, get back up and around to shoot that beautiful goal. Her third for the game against a Rodwell goalie who was up and about, having made a big save just prior.
Yep.
So still a three-goal game in favour of the yellow team, Western Australia.
Nikki Carson and Ruby Reagan going at it again in the centre. Ball's drawn high. Picked out of the air by Patrick. And now it's a fast break. They've got numbers. Finds Floyd, wasn't able to connect on the pass. Picked up by Morlang. Morlang looks like she's got eyes for goals, but she's going to send it. That's the magic.
No goal. It's been called off.
That is the magic that I talk about when I talk about Imi Hall.
No, there's no goal here. Nikki Voisey down the bottom is not sure what the call was, but it has been waved off. Could be a shooting space, maybe.
It looked nice. Such a shame.
Oh, it did. It looked
great.
You're Morlang to Hall, big shot.
Floyd with the ball. Defensively, ball's gone down. Player's gone down.
Victoria hungry for more goals.
Yeah, they're certainly attacking the cage now.
They really really want to peg this 3-goal deficit back. Every single Victorian player has been very aggressive at the goal. Floyd finds Morlang. Morlang trying to roll her way into the crease.
Check from Rainey.
Big check by Rainey. Rainey now looking up, has a player in Emerson to bring the ball down.
Look at Floyd streaming down the field to help her teammates.
Oh!
Almost an intercept, but finds a stick of Riordan, takes a shot over the top, backed up by Walters. This ball's going to be brought back in by Walters. Back to Riordan. WA starting to move off ball now, looking for options. Isla Emerson at the top. She is dangerous if she gets it, but send it to Ellers. Good talk from the Victorian defence. Rainey being covered tight there, trying to get the ball inside. Sweet spot again for Isla Emerson. Sends it round to Ellers. Ellers to Walters. Floyd ready to meet her. WA being really patient now with the ball. 8 minutes still, 47 in play, so had plenty of time. Addie Riordan with a shot from outside.
Didn't mind the idea. Probably could have changed the plane of the shot, but really good to see that sort of aggressive play still from WA. They're 3 goals up with 8.5 minutes to go. They could, if they wanted, try and slow things down, but still being aggressive at the goal. Really need to make sure, though, that they do have that backup. They did on this occasion. So great lacrosse still coming at us from the Brighton Lacrosse Club. Carson with the ball, down on the bottom left. Takes her player on, beats her, comes on her left, has the shot. Can't quite get it, but has drawn a push. It did happen above goal line extended, so it will come up to the top of the arc. The AFA, is it they're still calling it the AFA?
I've not heard it called that.
Advantage flag area.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that in my life. And I played this game, funnily enough. Don't umpire much.
I've had to have a quick learning curve in the women's game, being a coach for the last 2 years. So I've read the rule book a few times.
Shot straight to Austin Stick and a quick outlet to Mason. Mason moves it up the field. Still carrying. We've got Simmons. Simmons doing some great work. Finds Reagan. Reagan, a very tenacious lacrosse player, but she's met by Addie Riordan. She's calling for a penalty, nothing there. A high push there from Emerson on Reagan. Emerson trying to keep her space in front. She's being told to come back and take the penalty. As Reagan cuts inside, good switch there from Pine. No one on the ball now. Reagan with the ball.
Tink.
And Victoria trying to retain possession.
Oh.
Checks coming from everywhere and a push. Emily told she can go over into the offensive zone if she wants to. Edwards now taking on Dorinko. Edwards again, defends the ball. Dorinko with the ball. Maddie Carroll putting pressure there on the play. The penalty is going to be on Maddie Carroll, which will see Ava Dorinko set up for a 15-metre.
So Dorinko has the opportunity here to bring the goal difference to 2. I'd like to see that 2-on-1 down low happen again. That looked really good when they did that, but she's chosen to run it to herself.
She's got Reagan at the top, which she's seen, but the pass is missing. It's going to bounce out of play. Carson there wants the ball now, wants to move. I thought that Victoria were going to get the ball, then I was a bit confused. But Carson to run past. Emmy Hall now moving to the defence for Victoria. Carson with the ball. About just over 5 minutes left in the clock. with 3-goal advantage. Western Australia, Chanel Riordan with the ball. She's got Rainey on the crease. Floyd defending her, match for height, which is good.
Oh.
Chanel Riordan, ball is checked out of her stick, but it's gonna be too close to the head, and she was as in her physical head, not her lacrosse stick head, and she was set up on the 15-metre.
Just snuck under Georgia Floyd there.
Yeah, she did, and it's hard to do when you're matching for height, but apparently you can do it. And finds Emerson inside. Good stick protection, but a good check from Dorinko as well. Pulls the ball out to the top of the fan for WA. And WA has got a cutter there in Ehlers. Takes the shot. Saved by Holly Austin. They needed that. Victoria certainly needed that to keep them in the game today. And the ball will clear through Mason. Mason to Dorinko. I think she was trying to send that to Emily, but Dorinko was like, I'll take it and I'll run.
And you'd be okay with that too. Dorinko's done a lot of work clearing the ball from D.
Yeah, one of my fave players, Ava Dorinko. I'm sure Louise is at home watching. Her mum, hello Louise. As the ball is at the top of the fan for Victoria with Ruby Reagan. The defensive pressure comes from Maddie Carroll. Ruby looking to drive, gets a push from Rainey. Play on's the call. Nikki Carson trying to pick the ball out of the air there on Imi Hall. Imi Hall looking for something inside, finds Reagan, a bounce shot. And be backed up there by Simmons.
Love the draw and dump again there. It's such a when you dumb it down to that level, it seems like such a simple thing to do, but to have that vision under pressure is hard. As the ball gets from Simmons, tries to find Dorinko, but there's a flag on the play, so Simmons will have the ball at the top. Yes, she will. Simmons will get the ball from a free position play. And again, Victoria going that 2-2 down low. Looks for Dorinko. Dorinko's got one from that position already today, but not on this occasion. Morlang getting pressed for the ball. Gets it. Morlang still gains possession. Gets inside her player. Finds
help in Hall.
Hall. Oh, gee, that could have been a very special goal. Ileana Morlang just breaking ankles down there on the bottom right-hand side. Dorinko not quite being able to put the ball in the net.
No, that was Emmy Hall with the shot just then.
Oh, my apologies, yep.
Dorinko with the ball now. One of her biggest fans, Nellie Mollison, is at home watching, I know, because she's sending me messages about Ava as we... She's also a fan of Ava's like I am. And the ball will start at the top of the fan with Ruby Reagan. Ava Dorinko moving to that right side to set up that 2-on-1. Maddie Carroll there to meet the ball. Backed up by Simmons. Good defensive pressure. There's a flag on the play.
Nikki Carson's getting that one. Could have been a 3-second call, but Simmons now with the ball. I think they're going to look for Dorinko again here. No, she's going all the way, Simmons, all the way. Has the flag, but gets the shot, and it's another goal to Simmons. Simmons now with 2, and Victoria just bringing that lead back to 2 also.
Beautiful placement there as well by Simmons. That shot was shoulder height high, non-stick side.
Patient.
Really, yeah, and hard for a goalie to see, hard for a goalie to save. Hard for a goalie to see because she was moving across the face of goals, but also then on her non-stick side. So great, really fantastic goal from Simmons. I'll give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely, and she knew she had time, and she didn't just blast away. She waited till she was in the perfect position, and you're right, the placement was perfection.
As a timeout is called, I'm not sure which team called that timeout, but they've got a lot to play for. It's an 11-9 ball game with 1:44 left in regulation time.
A lot can happen.
Are we going into golden goal? And
golden goal would be amazing.
Tony Watts is standing next to us, ready to jump on the mic next, and he loves to call a golden goal game. I don't personally want one. I'd like things to kind of stick as they are, but I could see Tony, he's certainly cheering for a golden goal game.
Tony, if there is a golden goal, you can have my microphone because I want to head over to Phil too shortly. So,
and watch the tempo just go up and up and up as Tony jumps on the mic.
So we're just about to get back underway for these final minute and a bit. Nikki Voisey just waiting for players to arrive so that she can set them up for the centre draw.
Carson quick to get out to take the centre, and Ruby Reagan also hustling. Both teams on the hurry now. They know they've got a lot to play for.
Dorinko looks spent. She's done a lot of work in this hot sun, and she's just looking like fatigue could be catching up with her, but she will not stop till the very end whistle.
Yeah, I think the two of them, Rainey and Dorinko, have got. We'll still have plenty left in the tank, and they'll play till they have to, till the final whistle goes. And I can't wait to see which direction it goes, and it goes in the way of Chelsea Patrick.
Yeah, great work by Patrick. A contested mark in footy terms, but yeah, great contested possession. Victoria
Reagan streaming through the middle. She had no one on her. She was trailed by Nikki Carson.
Morlane gets the ball up to Dorinko. Dorinko against Rainey. Big match up there. Dorinko gets double teamed. Finds Hall. Hall turns on her left. But Rodwell, big save, gets it to Rainey now. Rainey's looked up, found Carson's, but Carson's couldn't get it. Ball now back with Victoria. Great pressure there from Victoria because WA were out of the gates quick.
Just over a minute in play. I can see the score, the timer on the bench standing up now, so the game's got to be close to time. Victoria need to score here to keep things going. There's a yellow card coming for, I don't know if it's Corey Rainey or Nikki Carson. Yep, Corey Rainey. It's a yellow card. She's had a couple this week, so
that's a 3 second, a card for a 3 second, that one.
So it must be consistently, and she was obviously being warned about it.
So a big time of the game to be getting a player up. Ruby Reagan getting the ball back to Dorinko. Victoria able to start setting up a power play here. Dorinko, big cut, looked off by Hall.
She's got Reagan in the middle. A shot.
Oh, save. Oh, that's come off a player.
I thought it came off a pipe, but I'm hearing it's come off the ear of a player. I'm not sure if it was Maddie Carroll that it hit. Whoever it was played on like a boss because you wouldn't know which player it hit.
Like a boss. That's where you need the gangster thing, the meme they do with the sunnies and the... But great work. But now the teams are even. So very lucky for WA to find themselves even player. Riordan running up, Riordan-Ager. Now, what we need, I would be suggesting WA just get that ball to X and just hold possession.
And
but Aylers has decided, no, not doing what the commentator thinks. I'm going to get this. I'm going to beat my player, and I'm going to get a goal.
I was trying to see what the WA coach was saying. I could see Gavin jumping around. I'm not sure if he was saying shoot or if he was saying go. It was 5-on-5 match-up down there, and Ellis found space and decided to have a crack, which puts them at a 3-goal advantage. A timeout has been called
by Victoria
in the dying seconds of the game.
So three goals is the margin. Western Australia just could have ran the clock down there with seconds remaining.
Their teamwork has been very good today. To be fair, both teams look like they are playing a team game. They certainly trust each other. It's good to see. There's not individuals out there. They're moving the ball. They're transitioning the ball through the players. The ball's doing the work as opposed to the legs. There is ball carriers. But, the ball's certainly transitioning through players' sticks. And then that was what an opportunity to score in a 5-on-5 situation.
Yep, and if she hadn't have got that goal, it would have been...
time, you reckon?
It would have been... I don't know if we might have needed to call first aid or something for the WA coaches, but no, very, very good timely goal for WA, and almost the nail you would think with seconds remaining.
And WA certainly running out with some pep in their step. Scurrying, the defense are scurrying back to their area. I would love to have known what Michelle said to the players just then in that last time out, Michelle and Mez.
So we've got Dorinko against Carson. Both players done a power of work.
Just trying to see how this is being set up, which way the ball's going. I think it's going to draw over to Ava's side. And that's a break by someone. Called from the bench official.
Too many on? Could be too many on.
I think it was, no, I think it was a break here on the attack, on the...
Georgia Floyd's just run off the field.
Oh, that too.
So...
Oh, yeah, so it is, it may be.
Too many on.
Down, too many on.
So now WA, you would think, would just get this ball to X and run the clock down. 3 goals up. All the pressure on Victoria now.
To dispossess, yeah. And that is game. WA takes it.
Great work from Western Australia. I called Victoria by 5. I was very, very wrong. WA have played a great game here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club to beat Victoria 12-9 and basically book themselves a spot in the grand final, Shendell.
Don't they love it? It was a great battle all day. Some really great teamwork, like I just said, from both teams. Some excellent lacrosse out there, a bit of fancy razzle-dazzle, but overall WA just were able to find the back of the net more today and capitalised, and congratulations to them.
So I'm going to run because I want to go watch the field behind us, but for me, I've got Corey Rainey MVP for WA.
Yes.
And I'm going to go a little bit left of centre for the Victorian team. I'm going Ileana Morlang.
Okay, I wanted Corey Rainey, but you can have it.
I've got to go, so I had to get mine quick.
Okay, and then I'm going to go Ava Dorinko from Victoria.
Yep. Okay, great.
Cool.
All right, well, thank you, Shendell. Good luck with the MVPs.
Yeah,
I'll be speaking to you shortly.
Yes, good job, Pete, and I'll keep us posted while we wait for the MVPs of this game. I'm very happy West Australian team, Victoria, having a quick chat with their coaches. Like I said, great coaching staff with Mez and Michelle both being gold medalists in 05. And 2 awesome coaches there as well from WA with Brendan and Gav, the head coach, Gavin Levy. WA running out the winners of this one. We'll just take a momentary break until we can come back to you with MVP. So stand by, we'll be with you in just a second. All right, as we are back here at Brighton Lacrosse Club, about to have our MVPs announced for the game Western Australia versus Victoria Women's Under-18 National Championship. WA running out the winners there in a 12-9 ball game. just waiting patiently for these MVPs. A lot of people gathering around to see who they're going to be. It was a fantastic contest. And the coaches just having a bit of a chat and waiting for the officials. Really great carnival of lacrosse down here too at Brighton. If you are in South Australia, I do encourage you to come on down over the next couple of days. We've still got 2 more, well, tonight, and then 2 more days of play with the championship games on Sunday afternoon. So it's certainly worth coming on down and checking out what we've got. And the MVP for Western Australia is Chanel Agar-Riordan. So a Bayswater Lacrosse Club player, fantastic young player, a lot of speed. Small and mighty, as I've said quite a few times. Love to watch her play. And for Victoria, the MVP is, as I wait patiently, drum roll. If I had a drum, I would roll it. And the MVP is Simmons. So Annabelle Simmons. A darkie. Well done, Annabelle. Great to see that she's being rewarded for her work today. So we'll wrap that up here at Brighton Lacrosse Club. We'll be back very shortly with the next game that will be underway. Make sure you check out or stick on Australian Lacrosse Network on YouTube, and we'll be back very soon.